guys, what's up? Post-edit Rainbow here. I completely forgot to mention that with MK2 Definitive Edition, they're also giving you Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 movie skins and Dragon Crystals, as well as what I will mention later in this video, with the story expansion, everything like that. So not only are you getting all the DLC, you're getting other shit. I don't know if, well, I guess like the movie costumes were in MK. If they were, then that's even worse still. But if they weren't, holy fuck, dude! Like, and all this for $60. Wow. Hooey. Okay. Sorry. Alright, let's get back to the real video. What's up, what's good everybody? RainbowFur here, back at you with another rant video. This one, I won't go too crazy with the edits, at least I would imagine I won't, considering I won't have the camera on me this time. Because I'm just gonna talk. The thing I'm gonna talk about is the new Mortal Kombat Definitive Edition. Now, for those who don't know, Mortal Kombat's been out almost 2 years. 18 months from what I heard. But like I said, I don't exactly know. And this game already has a definitive edition. Now, normally when you had definitive editions, it might take two and a half, maybe even 3 years before you get something like that. I remember Street Fighter 4, like they had like 3 different fucking versions, but that was like it wasn't like it was so short between each version. And even Third Strike had the same shit, but like I said, it was like only 2 games. But now Mortal Kombat is like it's less than 2 years and it already has a definitive edition. And what makes it what makes the definitive edition worse is the fact that they have it's a simple fact that they give you everything. Now, normally with like definitive editions or the blank edition or whatever, they'll give you most things. Like they'll give you like season 1, right? There are some that give you a whole lot, but they don't give you a whole lot, right? Like this definitive edition, like Mortal Kombat doesn't have battle passes, right? So that's out of the place. It's not like you're missing out on that because they don't have it, but they have. You get you get season 1, you get season 2, and Chaos Raids. And Chaos Raids is a whole nother story mode. And that's where, like, I'm sure people have talked about that, but that's the part I hate the most. It's not the fact that there's a definitive edition, it's the fact that there's a definitive edition and it also gives you the story mode. Like if they said, okay, here's definitive edition, but you only get the first season. And if you want to get the second season, here's the price, it's at a lower price. And if you want the chaos mode, here it is at a lower price. I think chaos mode was, or sorry, keep saying chaos mode. Chaos Reigns was, I believe it was $40. Could be wrong. But if they just half the price, so let's say it was $40, it'd be 20, right? Of like, okay, if you have the definitive edition, cool. Now it only takes $20 to get Chaos Reigns, right? I'd be cool with that because, like I said, it was a whole different story mode, right? In addition to a story mode, which I might make a rant video about that one. I know it's like been a good while since Chaos Reigns was the big talk for MK. I might make that into a video, but especially if you want to see something like that, hey, let me know. Like I said, I might just make it myself. But yeah, the definitive edition, it sucks because the people who bought the game, who stuck with the game, I know there's a whole argument of like, we've been here since day 1. What the fuck, guys? I know it's like that, like, okay, you were there since day 1, but now we make it more affordable or whatever, which great, cool. But Warner Brothers stays fucking up because once again, they give you everything. They don't give you half of it or a quarter of it and you gotta pay the rest. They give you everything for like what? I think it's like $40 for 40 goddamn bucks. That's the thing that irks me, right? And they were also saying it was kind of like Destiny, where they're like, we're gonna keep going like a decade. There's gonna be so much content. Q Warner Brothers being like, I think, and Boone too, by extension. Guys, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna make a season 3 for Mortal Kombat. And it was just like the shit could be so, really, dude. Sorry, my cat again, a different one this time. If you see the previous video, one of my cats got on camera, and now the other one's next to me, but just not on camera. Anyway, that's the thing is, season 3 could have like a lot more things with it, where it's just like there's a lot of classic MKs. Like you could have Jade, you could have like, I don't know, Nightwolf, Cabal, stuff like that. That DLC is a whole another thing, but that's the problem, is that they're like they haven't even gone, they barely got through a second DLC and they already kind of gave up. And like Warner Brothers already failed with Kill the Justice League. Like they have so many failures that when a company has like only one IP they could really trust, you have to go full throttle. Like with Ubisoft, they have Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they're like, okay, this is our like the last hurrah. Like, cause they almost went. For those who don't know, they almost went bankrupt because of like the whole fiasco with them. They almost went bankrupt. Like, luckily luckily is like is a word. I wouldn't know if it's luckily or not, because Ubisoft makes the same game but with a new coat of paint. But luckily they got saved. I don't remember the company. I almost want to say it's Tencent, but I highly doubt that's who it is. I might have to edit that in. It's funny, I say edit that in, but I'm gonna try to not make too many edits. Yeah, I'm gonna try. But yeah, that's the thing. It's just this game. Like they could have done so much more with it. And the thing is that whether you like the gameplay or not, the gameplay wasn't the downfall of this game, because they always change shit for MK. Like, people thought, oh, the variation system's gonna be the downfall of this game because there's too much shit, or fucking that's like one example. But the games aren't fucking up for the gameplay, because like I said, they always change it every time they make a new one. Most of the failure revolves around the monetization. Now, am I saying other fighting games have better monetization? Not really. But since MK doesn't really have a battle pass, it rides or dies on how much the cosmetics are, right? Like Marvel Rivals, for example, right? Which I know is like always the talk of the town, so I'll probably use that as a tag, to get more people to watch this video. But Marvel Rivals, right? Like, their costumes are expensive, though you can, essentially play for free. It'll take a while, but you might get one or two costumes in full, right? But then they have a battle pass too, where you get even more shit, good shit, right? Takes a while to get. Really, dude? Go. Goodbye. Jesus. There's more. There's stuff you can get in the battle pass where it's just like, and it's a battle pass that never ends, which that's what all games should do. But I digress. But yeah, like MK's monetization is essentially like multiverses monetization. Oh my gosh, I think Warner Brothers is using fucking Warner Brothers. Yeah, wait, Warner Brothers is also multiverse. Holy shit, Warner Brothers, you stay fucking up, dude. Holy fuck. But yeah, regardless, like, there's a lot you could say about MK, but I think the monetization was like the worst part of it. Like, out of everything, because like, if people are like, oh, the gameplay. If you look at Evo numbers, people hate like They like what? Like they hated Tekken, but they still had huge numbers at Evo. Like they're second place. Street Fighter is different because when the game first came out, they had damn near 8K of viewers. But things have like kind of dwindled. Like people complain, but they still play the game. People complain about MK like are not playing the game because there's just so much like shit. It's also like not really balanced. Like no fighting game can be perfectly balanced, but because they have like the cameo system, there's just there's so much like they have to. Okay, I know like we're getting completely sidetracked. I probably said everything I need to say about the definitive edition. But yeah, it's like the definitive edition. Okay, to kind of go back to it, the definitive edition really makes it like, hey guys, we need you guys to buy the game. But people will buy the game if you make the game cost less, and even the DLC costs like a little bit less. You know what I'm saying? Like, because MK, out of the big three, out of Street Fighter, out of Tekken, out of those three, right? Mortal Kombat is the most in history, the most casual franchise. Like if you don't know fighting games, you damn sure know what Mortal Kombat is. You have to. It's the same thing as like fucking Pac-Man. Everyone knows about Pac-Man, right? So it's the same shit. Everyone knows about Mortal Kombat. If you don't, you damn sure knew who the characters were. You know who Sub-Zero is. You know who Scorpion is, right? So with that said, it's one of those really recognizable franchises. Obviously, you can say that about Street Fighter and Tekken, but in the general masses, like if I went up to like a random guy on the street and I said, "Hey, do you know what Mortal Kombat is?" I'm sure he'll know, right? It, once again, I'm getting sidetracked. Look, regardless, I'm not a fan of the Definitive Edition. Do I have MK? I certainly got it. I mean, you'll see in the gameplay. Do I have the DLCs? I do not. So I'm not as mad because it's not like I bought the DLCs, but I'm still like upsetty spaghetti because they're just giving you everything for a lower price. Like knowing Warner Brothers, they probably want to give you the same price, but they can't because they just need people to buy the game. But unfortunately, the definitive edition, they're gonna have a lot of the cost. Like they're gonna lose money even if they gain some money. Now if they have a season 3, that might be a little bit different because then it's like, oh, okay, you want to we gave you definitive edition for low price, now here's season 3, right? Like unless they do that, they fucked up with the definitive edition. At least it only should have been like you only get the first pack of DLC, not everything, because season pack includes Chaos Reigns. It's a whole nother story mode. A shitty one, but it's a whole nother one. Anyway, I don't want to keep going in circles. I got my 10 minutes out of the way, so I'm monetize this. No, I'm kidding. But until then, I'll catch y'all later.